Alright guys, so this is the part 2 of our video, how to start launching your online courses or to scale it through a launching strategy. So in the first video, we talk about the 3 things that we should do to start selling online. So the first thing we spoke about was we need to create some ads to drive people to your free online course, and we need to prepare this audience. We need to warm up this audience. And today we're going to talk about the event. And to explain the event, I'm going to use something different. So we are going to use Netflix to understand how an event works, okay? So basically we are here in Netflix right now. Let me click here and I'm gonna choose a movie that is that we are often seeing right now. So I'm gonna choose this one, The Manifest, okay? Because I think this is going to give us a good idea. So basically when we are seeing here in this movie, the first thing we see is the name. So this is the name of your event. So The Manifest. Okay, this is a name that already talks with the avatar, right? So we also see here that is TV mysteries, TV drama. So this is what is telling us that the avatar of this series is going to like. And it's also talking about the mind bendings and suspenseful. So it's telling us that if you like suspense, if you like this kind of things, this is the ideal movie for you, right? This is the ideal series. And then in here, what Netflix is doing here, it's putting here #1 in Australia today, the top 10. So it's creating anticipation, what we spoke about in our last video. So it's telling me when I come here, well, lots of people are seeing this. So it's creating a mental trigger in my head of social proof. And consequently, if lots of people are watching this, it means, well, it might be good. So I'm going to watch it. And then we are seeing here, when a plane mysteriously lands year after takeoff, the people on board return to a world that has moved on without them and face stranger new realities. And if we click in here, we're gonna see parts of the movie. So we are gonna again create the anticipation. And now let's start playing this. So all we discussed before this was the preparing for the event, right? If we go on Prime, there was another series, The Wheel of Time, and every week we would see this movie there, but we couldn't watch for 3 months. So it was creating anticipation. It was already leaving us some ideas about the movie that we wanted to watch. And then when we come here, I want to go to series 1. I'm already in series 2. So when we come here in the first episode, what we are gonna notice is, so we are gonna see that in the beginning, she starts the story telling who she is and creating, talking about herself and creating the narrative. So the story, this is a powerful idea that we have to create. So she's creating this anticipation until about here, right? So we are creating the anticipation, something happened and they landed. So this we already know, because we already know that a plane landed and people, were gone for a long time. This wasn't the headline, right? So we already know this. And then throughout the movies, there are lots of things going on, right? So she's giving us content, available content here. It's building up the suspense, it's building up the anticipation. And then in the end of the movie, what happens? It ends with a huge suspense. And it creates in our brains, something is missing here. I'll have to watch the other one. So this is the same thing we want to do in our free online course. We want to take this idea, what do we want from these people if we're doing, let's say, 3 days? We want people to stay in the 3 days. So we need to build a narrative throughout these days that we are going to start preparing. We are going to start with the story. We are going to give them some content. We are going to end the first day with a huge expectation for the second day, and so on. And we are also going to say, right? So we are also going to prepare them to our paid online course. So let's imagine that the 3 first episodes of Manifest were for free, and the rest of them, which are the core. Now I want to know what happened. Now I want to know why they were in the airplane and then 5 years passed and they come back. This is the mystery of the series, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'll have to buy the other episodes to get to know this with more information. That's the same thing you want to build in your course. You want to give them the beginning, you want to give them a taste, you want to give them some solutions that they can already apply in their lives, but you're going to say, okay, to organize all of this, to really find out how you're going to put this in practice, you can give another step and come to me with to my paid course. And then we come to the 5th step in here, and the 5th step is you have to pitch. You have to do your offer. And some people, they hesitate with this pitch. They are afraid. They don't know how to sell. Oh my gosh, I have to sell. This is terrible. I hate selling. People will think this and this and that. But guys, think about where you want to be and think about that. If this is good for people, if what you're offering is actually going to help them somehow, you have your end goal of your course, then if they don't have this course, you are leaving people alone in the world without knowing the solution for their problems. So you have to remember this when you are doing your offer, when you are offering. And of course, offering transformation. So what would be the transformation if I buy this course? If I buy the Netflix series, I would feel entertained. I would pass some time. My levels of stress would drop. I could say a lot of benefits from this, okay? Same thing with your course. Instead of explaining what is your product, how are they gonna reach their goals, you're gonna say, this is how you're gonna transform this and this aspect of your life. So let's say you are selling a program to teach people how to increase their profits in their business. What you're gonna say is, at the end of this course, you're gonna have more time for you and your family. You're gonna have more money to spend with what you want, and this and that. So you wanna highlight the transformation and not what you need them to do inside your course. People don't want to know if they are going to have to do some burpees inside of your course. What they want is, am I going to achieve this goal? Are you certain that I'm going to achieve this goal? And the first person that needs to believe in what you're selling, it's you. So if you're not 100% sure, you have to go back and you have to research again. You have to make sure that your avatar is correct. Otherwise, you're selling something that you don't believe, and how you're going to sell that? So you need to believe that what you're offering is good for people, even if this means changing a little bit your product. So let's say in the beginning you decided you wanted to teach people how to lose 10 kilos, but you actually have seen transformation in other people and yourself for 5 kilos. So put your offer for what you actually believe. This is going to give you more empowerment. This is going to make you trust yourself. So align your offer with what you actually can deliver. And then, of course, in this point, in the first launch, sometimes you're not going to sell as much as you expect. This is a construction. So when the period of the cart is open, you're going to be like, oh, it's the end, it's not working. And this is the opposite moment for that. So when the cart is open, that's when you need to put some energy inside yourself and to start using some other techniques to close the sales. So for example, if you have a Facebook group, you can chat individually with each of the participants and asking, okay, do you have any questions? And blah, blah. Do you want to book a call with me? So don't give up in the end. This is the end game. Do you know when in a soccer game, it's the end, people are tired, but that's the end. Like, this is how they are going to define the players, if they are going to win or not. So in the end, you have to build your energy. And I'm going to make a video for you guys how to, you know, look after yourself, your energy, your well-being while launching. And then you need to have your strength to close that business, because it's good for you and it's good for them. And again, to perceive that your product is extremely good and it's going to help a lot of people, you need to believe it yourself. So this is the launch strategy. That's why I love launching. You can build trust, you can build a community, you can, you know, have social proof, a lot of people there, and it's way easier to start scaling or start selling your online course in the market when you are launching them evergreen, right? So if you are already having a couple of sales and you want to scale even more, that's my expertise. I know how to make you scale. So what I'm gonna do now is ask you to subscribe, ask you to put a like in this video, as I'm always been working in the backstage, and this is the beginning of my journey here with you guys face to face. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Launching Academy, where I give you tips every day apart from these videos that I'm doing every week. So I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you in our next video.